welcome, welcome. You are now tuned in to Word Out Ministry with your girl Vera Franklin and hit Word Out Ministry. We do recognize you for all the wonderful things that you do in your community, in your church, in your family, on your job, in your business, wherever you may be. We recognize you because we know that recognition is needed in our lives. It gives us that energy, that drive, that fuel, that encouragement, that inspiration to continue to do what you do. So keep doing what you're doing, because the world is watching. Let's go and
Hi, I'm Vera Franklin with Word Out Ministry, where our focus is to get the word out to the public regarding beneficial information for the body of Christ in our community. And this is a Big Don production. And you can catch our live streams on the following platforms: Apple TV, Roku TV, Fire TV, YouTube, Facebook Live, KMI 2024 ORG, Cross TV, your Apple iPhone app, your Android app, and also you can watch us on KMI USA. And the most important part, one of the spots you can find us at is going to be on YouTube. We're being aired today live on the Jerry Green channel. Now today we have an excellent guest with us today. Some of you may know her, some of you may not, but I'm going to introduce to you my guest. And today we have Tamika Miller with us. Thank you, Tamika, for coming out with us today at Word Out Ministry. And Tamika, you're from a spot that I remember that was just called one name, but it's changed now. You're from the Boys and the Girls Club.
That's right.
Welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Vera, for having me on the show.
You're welcome. And which chapter are you at?
So we are the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater New Haven. And Greater New Haven means we have 3 different communities. So we're in New Haven, North Haven, and Wallingford.
Wow, it's 3?
Yes, 3 different towns. Greater New Haven.
Well, I remember back in the day, so maybe I'm telling my age. It was just the Boys Club, and it was located on Hollock Avenue, which we now know is called the Hill. It wasn't called the Hill back then.
Yes.
That's something that they put in later on. But can you give us a little history about the Boys Club?
Sure.
And Girls Club.
Right, the Boys and Girls Club. But you're right. It used to be just called the Boys Club, and actually the location in New Haven was started back in 1871.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that. And I will share another interesting fact, a fun fact, is the Boys and Girls Club movement. So when you think about all of the Boys and Girls Clubs across the country, across the United States, they were all started really in this state of Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
So right here in the state.
Something else Connecticut's famous for. Woo-hoo.
Absolutely.
Not just the Huskies.
And not just Nutmeg State and the Constitution State, but the movement state, the Boys and Girls Club movement started right here in the state of Connecticut back in 1860. So the first club started in Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
And then years later in 1871, New Haven by itself, New Haven was started. And then much, much further down into the future, there was a family-owned business. The Olbrich family started the Boys and Girls Club of Wallingford in 1963.
Okay.
And then just recently, 4 short years ago, in 2022, we had the Wallingford organization merge with New Haven, and then they launched North Haven.
Oh, okay.
And now that's how we arrived to this umbrella of Greater New Haven for the Boys and Girls Club.
Excellent. So all these locations. So can you tell me a little bit about what's going on in the Boys and Clubs? I remember back in the day, they had basketball. They had unity events that were going on. What's going on now?
Lots of stuff. So we have some basketball
Okay.
for sure. But we also have workforce development programs for young people.
Wait a minute.
Workforce development. Because
Oh,
remember, our mantra or our mission really is to prepare young people of all different ages. So from elementary, middle school, and high school to help them graduate high school and to have a plan for the future. So we want to make sure that our young people are responsible, caring citizens that give back to the community. And so that's very important. So we want to make sure that they're armed with that. So we have summer camp programs from ages 5 until 14. We have after school. So they're not, of course, in summer for 7 weeks. We have the after school program where kids can come to our clubhouses, or they can even have services right in their schools.
oh,
If they live in North Haven, we actually have the kids come down from their school in North Haven and just go to our staff comes to the Boys and Girls Club to the actual school.
okay.
So after school program, that's from 2 o'clock in the afternoon on up to 6 when parents pick up. So we want to make sure that whenever schools are closed, that kids have a resource and a place to bring families have a resource and a place to bring their kids to our locations.
Okay, so what's going on now is you have is it before and after school program?
Thank you for reminding me about that. Yes, we have before school and after school. So before care, or morning care, sometimes we call it, and after school and summer camp. And also, Vera, even during spring breaks. So when school is closed for spring break, they can come to the Boys and Girls Club.
You hear that, parents? Whew. So that's excellent.
Mhm.
So is there a fee? How does this work? If we want to enroll our students,
Yes.
I'm a parent, a grandparent. If I want to enroll my child
Mhm.
into this program, what do I need to do?
Great question. So you can call, there is a fee, but if there is a need, so there is a monthly fee for after school.
Okay.
And the monthly fee for after school is $175 for after school.
Okay. And that's
Um,
5 days a week?
and that's 5 days a week.
Whoa.
Now, you don't have to come every
Mhm.
single day because we realize that sometimes kids have spring, they have different sports activities, or they might even have a job. So we'll work with you on when you can come. But yes, there is a fee. I do want to say we know families have multiple kids,
Uh-huh.
so we have sibling discounts.
Okay.
We also have scholarships that can be need based. So if there's a family who's really interested in coming and wants to submit something to show us that they have a need, we can definitely work with them on tuition and membership fees as well.
So do they get help with their homework? Or what goes on in
Yes.
programs after school?
So for after school, they come in, they get a meal or some sort of snack, and they
Okay.
have absolutely called power hour. So they have time to help for us to help them with their homework,
Mm-hmm.
with any of their assignments. And we have great relationships with the school system.
Oh, good.
So if there's something that we learn that the kids need help with, we can communicate and help them. We also have tutoring initiatives, STEM programs, math programs specifically. There's arts and crafts. There's field trips from time to time for after school. Music appreciation. Oftentimes, I can hear from my office kids playing on the piano
Mm-hmm.
and playing other things. And then, depending on your age group, if you're like maybe a tween, so
Okay.
middle schoolers, we have something called the Torch Club. And that's a leadership development program where they're teaching the kids about community service and giving back to the
Something they're going to have to do in
community.
high school anyway. It's a requirement
Absolutely.
now.
Absolutely. And they actually learn and hold offices in Torch Club. So we have a young person who can run for president of Torch Club and vice president and treasurer, so on and so forth. And then they work together in their small teams. They work on community service projects. And we do something very similar with our teenagers as well. And that organization is called Keystone.
Okay.
So it's also an opportunity to give back to the community. And these are young people making their own decisions and having their voice and really engaging with our staff. So we have a lot of opportunity for our staff to mentor young people, as well as help them with their homework and other academics.
Okay, so we talked about the programs now.
Mhm.
There's a time of year, it's April now.
Yes.
So pretty soon summer's coming.
Yes.
And do we have anything that can help the parents out that still have to work,
Mm-hmm.
the kids out that don't want to be stuck around the house. We want to
Mm-hmm.
get them away and off their iPads, off their phones, and
Right.
just get them doing something. Do we have summer camp that goes on?
Summer camp. Summer camp is huge. I'm very excited about summer camp myself. So summer camp lasts for 7 weeks
Oh, that's a good
in
time.
all three towns. So in New Haven, North Haven, and Wallingford. And it starts on Monday, June 29th. I have these dates memorized. So June 29th until August 14th, which is a Friday. So that's 7 straight weeks.
Wow.
8 a.m. in the morning until 5 p.m. So for parents who work, this is an excellent opportunity to bring your kids to our summer camp.
And so they go to the local, wherever they are in the area, the local
Clubhouse.
clubhouse.
Yes.
That's what we're calling it now.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
clubhouse.
clubhouse, because we are the club. So basically in New Haven, the clubhouse is located at 253 Columbus Avenue.
Okay.
And in Wallingford, the clubhouse is 72 Grand Street in Wallingford, Connecticut. And then in North Haven, for families in North Haven, the club is located in a special church that we have a relationship with called Hope Church. And that's on 211 Montouise Avenue.
Okay.
But either location, it's still consistent, the time from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday for those 7 weeks, June 29th to August 14th.
Now the fees. How do we get in contact with you to find out about this? And
Yeah,
and how we can sign up, enroll for this,
yes.
because this we need to do this now because it's April.
Absolutely, and before you know it, summer will be here.
And also, and is there a limit as to how many students that are being taken?
Well, there is. We're trying to get as many as 500 students this year. So timing is everything. So you'll want to start registration is open right now. So you want to make sure that you continue to register, and you can go to our website to do that.
500 students?
Well, we want 500 students.
Okay.
That's the goal, to have 500 students across all three areas, 500 students.
That's excellent.
Yes.
And we can get the fees from the local branch. The phone number where we can reach it?
Yes, I'm going to give you the phone number.
Okay.
So the phone number is 203-491-1229. And I'll repeat it, 203-491-1229. So that's the number that people can call. And also the website. You can go to our website, and our website is bgcgnh.org. And again, that's bgcgnh.org.
Okay, so we want to enroll in summer camp. The fees, are they scholarship bound, or what happens with that?
So for summer camp, the fee is $200 a week. But again, for families that have multiple kids, we have sibling discounts. And again, financial aid or scholarships are available.
Okay, and it starts at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock in the morning,
8 a.m.
all
to
the way
5
to 5 p.m.
So
yes, very convenient.
What can the students look forward to for summer camp?
Summer camp is amazing. So summer camp, we've got special themed Fridays.
Okay.
We have lots of field trips. We have, again, more tutoring and academic enrichment to help those. We don't want to have something called summer slide, when kids are out of school and then they forget what we taught them during the school year. So there's an opportunity to help them with that.
Okay.
We also have STEM exploration and projects that kids can do.
Can you explain what STEM is? Because somebody might not know.
Good question. So STEM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So for people who are really interested in the sciences, any of those, the sciences or technology, or wanting to learn more about engineering or math, these are projects that are really geared toward those specific areas, because we know that when we think about the workforce these days, that a lot of companies are looking for STEM-related expertise or STEM-related, talent, people who have that expertise. So that's why we're reinforcing it with our young people. And absolutely, you can live everywhere, anywhere within the greater New Haven area, as long as you can come to the clubhouses, to the locations that I mentioned in North Haven, New Haven, or Wallingford. You're welcome. So there's no restrictions on where you live or any sort of geography. As long as you can get to our clubhouse, you're more than welcome.
Okay. So,
And enrollment is open.
open enrollment now. So,
Yes.
this is Tamika Miller from the Boys and Girls Club, our local chapter here in the city of New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes.
Is at Columbus Avenue. We have what's going on now is open enrollment now for summer camp. Woohoo!
Yay, summer.
And it starts June 29th. And it's going to be for 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
The Boys and Girls Clubs are located in New Haven. They're located in North Haven and in Wallingford. They're looking for a goal to have 500 students enroll this summer.
Yes.
And it's going to be for 7 weeks. And you parents, if you have multiple children, the fee is how much again?
$200 a week, but we'll work with you. So if you've got 3 or 4, we've got different formulas and we can give you discounts based on the number of kids that you have.
And what is the age group? That's one thing we need, the age group where it starts
Yes.
summer camp. What is that?
5. So 5 all the way up to 14.
5 to 14.
Yes.
So,
And then for high school kids, I didn't add this, Miss Vera, but for high school kids, they're looking for areas of employment. So if they want to come in and learn how to be a counselor, we can teach them counselors in training and we'll pay them.
Oh,
Counselors
okay.
in training.
And we
So that's an
contact you for that
opportunity.
too?
Contact me for that too.
All right.
So the number again is 203-491-1229. 203-491-1229.
Okay, thank you so much, Tamika, for coming and representing the Boys and Girls Club,
Yes.
visiting Word Out Ministry. And as we can see on the screen, America needs our club kids.
Yes.
We need you.
Yes, and our club kids need you.
All right. So we want to thank you for coming in today. If you have a child, I'm really going to consider, getting my
Please.
grandkids in there.
Absolutely.
For summer
We're here,
camp?
we're ready.
For
We're
summer
ready.
camp, call the number once again.
203-491-1229.
All right. Thank you.